Stop paying attention. Counting down. I forgot to pay attention. Hi guys, welcome to episode 11 of Relatively Chaotic. We're
Woo.
already starting great. Oh my gosh, we had technical difficulties and then I completely forgot to pay attention. So, as I mentioned, welcome to episode 11. Let's do a quick catch up with everybody. What's been going on in your life since the last time we chatted?
Danielle,
Yeah,
I feel
Haley,
like
what's
I'm
been going
completely
on?
out of the loop.
Oh, so many things have been going on. Okay, so much like Danielle, I hurt my back, so I was out of commission for a few days. We're like full swing getting ready for Sophia's graduation, which is a week from Saturday. And we like took everything out of our garage so we could epoxy the floors and then paint so that our garage will be beautiful. But in the process of taking everything out of the garage, I injured myself. So poor Ryan had to like finish everything alone because I couldn't even walk. Um, and then, yeah, so we got the garage floors done and then painted the wall. And then turns out we were like moving everything back in and we found a spot that they didn't seal properly. And all of the epoxy essentially is coming up or not sealed correctly. So just in one spot. So now they have to come back out and fix it. And of course, her graduation, as mentioned, is a week from Saturday. And there's a cure time on this floor. So we're going to be cutting it so close, you guys. It's going to be great. And then, yeah, we have all the decorations, getting all the food ready to go. I feel like there's probably so many other things going on, but graduation has been like dominating. My house is a disaster. I have a week to clean it. We're living the dream, you guys. We are thriving.
Sounds like you're going to have a schwanky garage to look forward to after this, though. It sounds like.
Yeah, fanciest garage I've been in a hot minute, and it just so happens to be mine. So,
Woot woot.
yeah. Austin, what's going on with you? You just got back from traveling, yes?
I did. I went to near Montreal. I went to the Canadian Swing Championships, which I think is in Sherbrooke. I think it's in Sherbrooke, Quebec. And let me tell you, when I booked this trip, I had never been to the Montreal area, and two, didn't realize how much of a journey of a trip it would be for that weekend. It was just a weekend trip, but
Oh, wow.
I had took like 3 flights to get there, and thankfully only 2 to get back. But oh my God, my journey to get to this place. Well, one, I didn't realize that where the competition was like still 2 hours away from the airport. So,
Oh my gosh.
so many legs to just get to this place, which is not normal. I feel like for most dance events, if you're flying to them, they're usually like near an airport because they're in either a big city, so within that city. But this one, 2 hours away. Also, we like flew north to Vancouver and then hopped over to Toronto, but our flight to Toronto got delayed. We get to Toronto. This is like a red-eye flight. This is all before I had to work that day because I wasn't going to interrupt my work today. So red-eye flight, and we get delayed, and they like bump us before we even land to like this is a long story by the way, to the latest flight possible, which I mean on one hand wouldn't have interfered with any of our competitions. We had a bit of a landing ahead of us to like adjust when we got into town, but we didn't want to wait that long or just hang out in the airport all day. So we dealt with the most unhelpful support person I feel like I've talked to in a long time. It was Air Canada support agent. Usually because I've worked in support, usually anytime I work with support, I like understand the rhythm, I understand the flow, and I kind of know how to kind of work my way in the direction that I need to, and or at least get very definitive. Like I feel happy with my ability to like work my way through support systems. This lady, we went to the counter, and this was like, I think a lot of people were having troubles getting from Toronto to Montreal. And this lady like looked at our tickets, and like gave us a side eye. She's like, nothing I could do. And we like asked her questions, and she's like rolling her eyes like, it is what it is. It was like the most unhelpful. So then we're like, dang, we're just kind of stuck here. And so I was like, well, I'll call support. I'll just call support for Air Canada just in case. Most helpful guy. He's like, yeah, I got you on an earlier flight. Let me see if I can get you on a flight before that. Done. He's like, okay, all you need to do is go to the support in the airport and have them connect your luggage, which you checked, to your new flights. We go back to the desk, and that lady is there. And she's like, this guy just wanted to pass the buck to me, I see. And she like literally would not do anything. She reprinted our tickets, I guess. That was helpful. But she was like, I don't know where your bag's going to end up. It was
Oh my gosh.
infuriating. So eventually we go and talk to like a different gate agent. Super helpful. Looked up where all our bags had pen tagged to that point. Then associated our bags with our new tickets in line. She couldn't guarantee they were going to be on our flight, but oh my God. The like reassuring and also just like logistical support.
Willingness
So
to
anyway,
help.
yeah,
To at least
Wow.
attempt to try something.
yeah. It was crazy. Sorry, that was a long story. I had a great time in Montreal. Lots of fun people. Cool to be in a French-speaking country again. Took away some hardware and ultimately made it back safe. But yeah, what a journey. That's most on my mind.
Love and hate that for you.
Yep, it's
Congrats on the
fun.
hardware. I
Thank you.
apologize on behalf of Canada for your unhelpful lady.
I love that you think you have the authority to apologize for Canada.
Um, If I'm gonna have authority anywhere,
That's it.
clearly it's
everywhere.
gonna be Canada.
Yeah.
I I love Canada. Every time I go, generally amazing. Vancouver, BC, one of my favorite cities. So if anyone ever wants to go, hit me up. But Air Canada right
I've never
now,
been to Canada.
mixed results, especially that support in Toronto.
Mm.
Negative 2 out of 10.
Oh no.
But that's my life. Danielle?
Well, I feel like little things compared to that. Not quite that adventure, but I got my new passport. Very excited about that. It
Ooh.
only took like 2 weeks, and I was anticipating it to take way longer. And I like beat all the changes that are probably coming into place, so I'm excited. And then allergies took me down. I was disgusting to the point where in meetings people would gasp when I would talk, so that was fun. And then I got I got a touch up for my microblading and my lip blushing. So if my face looks a little crazy, that is why. It still hurts to have your lips tattooed, I will say. 0 out of 10, but I love the results. And then I also got another tattoo on my ribs. So
Wait, what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Austin's not up with women's beauty trends, so he
Oh.
doesn't understand what you're talking about.
You got a lip tattoo and a body tattoo. That's what I heard. In
Yes,
addition,
and
can
I
you
got
explain what
cuts
has
into my
happened?
eyebrows.
Oh,
Yeah, so microblading essentially they just like do
cool.
tiny little cuts in your eyebrows and then dye them. So it's like so the goal is I'm lazy, right?
Kind of
And
like
I
tattoo.
want it to look like I have makeup on without putting any effort
Yeah,
into my face.
that sounds like a great biohack. I'm here for
Right?
it.
And then the lips, I just want it to look like I have like color on my lips. So I got
Mm-hmm.
them tattooed.
That's so cool. I'm
So
so
she
intrigued.
does like the line and then goes through and tattoos all of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can I share my own beauty update as well? Now that we're talking about beauty,
of course. Of course.
Hmm.
which I forgot to mention. If you, oh, I don't know if it's visible or not. If you look at my eyes, oh, maybe you can't see anymore. I am getting over a black eye, which
You're
is,
getting over. No, I can kind of maybe tell like in the
yeah,
corner. Yeah, in the
Okay.
corner
yeah.
of your eye. What
Why?
happened?
I dropped a man on my
Who hit
face
you?
while dancing.
Oh,
So that's
That
my
is
first
the
black
way
eye.
you
that's no
chose.
good.
Wow.
That's delightful. I was gonna say, I also have a beauty update. I highlighted my hair, but that's not as exciting as dropping a man on your face.
While dancing.
I haven't had
Wow,
a man
dancing.
dropped on
Yeah.
my face
A
in a
likely
minute.
story. Oh, wow. Well, before we
Yeah.
devolve into men on our face,
Yeah.
Danielle, what rib tattoo did you get? What's your rib tattoo?
Have you guys read Red, White, and Royal Blue? No.
I
I've
have
only seen the
seen the
movie.
cover.
I was gonna, that's great. So it's about basically prince and the president's son, and they have a secret love affair, and we love it. But there is a
Mm.
quote from that book, and it says, "History, huh? Bet we could make some." So I got that tattooed on my ribs.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
I'm laughing because I'm assuming Austin's laughing for the same reason that you cut out, so I have
Oh.
no idea what the quote says. But when I rewatch this, when I
We'll
re-listen to
know.
this, when I edit
We'll
it,
know.
we'll all know exactly what you said.
So
Haley, I was just
I'm
gonna
sure it's
go
a
with
great quote.
it.
I can't wait. Well, I saw your face and you were laughing, and I was like, we have to be laughing for the same reason. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna. The
We
perfect.
recording, as always, will be perfect. This we have learned.
Love it.
Wonderful. Well, any other? Oh, sorry, you had a question, Austin.
no, I comment. Haley, since you haven't read the book, but there is a movie, you should watch that movie. It's cute.
Yes, it is cute.
Okay, I'm gonna add it to my list, which
It's also a
consistently
great
gets
book,
longer.
and
But
I own it.
I like the cover, so. Perfect. Well, if we have no other life updates, we're going to move into our new segment of the podcast, which is called What Are We Obsessed With? And I am demanding to go first because I'm so obsessed with this new TV show on Amazon Prime. And I've already sent Danielle about a bajillion things about it. So I have to talk about it. And it is the Off Campus series. It's based on a book series that originally started in the early 2000s. I have been reading the series since it came out. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I am obsessed with the TV series. I've only watched it once, literally binge watched 8 episodes in 8 hours. Didn't get any sleep that night. And I am just waiting for another 8 hours to binge watch it again. So, highly recommend. It is another hockey romance. It is about, a big group of friends. Basically, all the guys play hockey together, and then it's their individual love lives. Is like each book in the series, and this is the first one. So absolutely obsessed. 10 out of 10. Somebody who, like myself, I'm looking for joy right now. I absolutely loved it. Like, brought me so much joy. Um, they had a fantastic soundtrack, introduced me to some new artists that I had never heard of. Um, brought in some real bangers like Elton John's The Bitch Is Back, like absolutely a moment in that series. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. I could go on for hours and hours and hours, but
I've been
we don't have
seeing
that kind of time.
clips pop up on my TikTok feed from it. You said the whole season's out?
Yes, the whole first season is out. It's 8 episodes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It looks intense. Is there as much good booty as there is from Heated Rivalry?
There's not. There is in the I don't know if it's the last episode of the season or the second to last episode. There is a locker room scene with not it's full frontal of several men.
Wow. Is it rated R?
But
It's a TV show. I don't know how they rate that.
I would assume it is. Also, some of the content's pretty intense, especially for the first book in the series. The less, or like the further you go in the series, the less I would say intense some of the other storylines are. But yeah, there's like a couple of booty scenes, but for the most part, not really. I mean, it's Amazon, not HBO, so
That's fair.
There's a big difference there. And I would say, like, whereas Heated Rivalry, fantastic, it is start to finish a more intense series, and this one is more, I would say, along the lines of, I mean, it's college, but like it's a lot more lighthearted, even though some of the topics are pretty intense. In general, it's more lighthearted. There's a lot more joy. They have one episode has like drunk Shakespeare, freaking hilarious. Absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for something joyful, overall, other, aside from again, like a couple of intense pieces of the storyline, overall, really an enjoyable watch. So would recommend.
Noted. Noted. That's exciting. Maybe I will. I do need more joy in my life. Have you watched it, Danielle?
I have. I binge watched it real hard, and I've also read all the books,
Okay.
so
Hmm.
Mm, I'm behind the times.
it was good. It is heavy subject matter, but I think they do a good job. And honestly, the casting, like
Hmm.
they made me like a blonde boy,
Hmm.
and it was not a good feeling for me, but I love
Okay, so
him.
I will just caveat. I knew you were gonna say that. Caveat though, in real life, that actor is not blonde. So, did you really
I
like a
could
blonde
tell. I
boy?
could tell. See, you knew.
His roots are dark. Yeah.
Yes. Could betray myself like that.
Still, 10 out of 10 character. He played him wonderfully. I can't wait for the season that's about him and Allie,
Yes.
his love
Well,
interest.
and
That's
her
going to be fantastic.
her
I'm guessing it'll
hair,
be season 2.
her hair and the
Yeah.
show tunes, the niche like show tune scene, obsessed. Anyway,
Yes. Love.
love.
Yes. Yeah, I agree on the casting. I will say, like the main character in this season, the main male character, Garrett, he is a much broodier version of that character. Like in the books, he's like 100% golden retriever, despite some like dark, moments in his life. He's definitely like golden retriever energy. In the series, he's more brooding, not quite as like happy-go-lucky as he is in the series, but I don't hate the changes that they made, and they
Mm-mm.
did make I would say a decent amount of changes from the
Yeah.
series or from the books to the TV show, but I didn't hate any of it. I am actually really intrigued to see where they go with some of the changes that they made, because it was like they changed some of the other characters that will have a more starring role in later series. So I'm just excited to see what they do with it. Sorry, I took that. Like I said, I could go on about it forever. Danielle, anything other than off campus that you're obsessed about that you'd like to
Mine is
talk
also
about?
TV, so my little like book talk girly heart was so happy this weekend, to be honest, because I binged off campus, and then Rivals season 2 came out, which is based off of a book series, and I'm deeply obsessed, and I've rewatched the first season like 100 times, and the first 3 episodes of the second season came out, and I'm obsessed. Taggy's wig, much better. It was a very sore spot for me the first season. And it made me feel a lot of anger, but also excitement. Like I've never rooted for an affair like this since Scandal. And I also
Mm.
just wanna bitch slap this grown man, but also like him, and it's making me question things about myself. So but it's
So
so
I
Wait,
know
good.
you've sent me the Rivals TV show, but I'm also going to need you. Is it just like a Rivals books? Because obviously I love books, so
Yes, it's the
you might
Rivals
have to
is
send me the book series
the
too.
Rivals book is the first book in the series, and essentially it is like set in the 1980s. It is the rivals in the series are Tony Battingham. He owns like a TV station essentially. It's called Grinium. He wasn't super rich growing up, like compared to the affluent people he's hanging out with, so he always feels kind of like he's not good enough. He's played by David Tennant. 10 out of 10. And then
Oh, makes sense.
yeah, yeah, for me for sure. And then
Yeah.
and then the other guy is Rupert Campbell Black, who is based off of like someone who was actually from England, and he is rich from like the peerage, and was an Olympic show jumper, and is just kind of like this huge man whore. But everything comes easily to him. And then there is this new family who Aidan Turner. Did you guys ever watch Poldark? No, I'm getting real heavy into like period dramas right now. Okay.
No, I've heard of it. I've just never seen
Also
it.
sensational.
Again, if there's like sadness, if I anticipate sadness, I avoid
I
it.
wouldn't
So,
say it's sad per se. Like
in life.
there's emotions, but I wouldn't say it's like a
in
sad show.
everything, Austin.
But for
Okay, good to know.
yeah, I was like, for the show, it's just kind of like that rivalry, and then this new family, Aideen Turner's family, who comes in, and he has like grown daughters and an older son, and his marriage is super messy. So it's just like that whole little community in the area and how they're all messy bitches, and it's fantastic.
Delightful. I'll
Yeah,
have to again add that to my growing list.
you should. It's amazing. Austin?
Austin. Oh,
Hi.
yeah. What are you obsessed with?
Oh. uh, that's a good question. I'm obsessed with something that I haven't even seen yet because I've been thinking ahead to the weekend before my birthday, which is coming up. And I don't usually have a lot of planning energies left over to spend on my birthday unless I'm traveling, usually for my birthday, or my birthday happens to be on a weekend. But anyway, I did see this ad that I'm obsessed with that I kind of want to make happen, which is for the Eras tour, but drag that's happening in
Mm.
Portland on that weekend. And it sounds amazing. It's at this Schwenke hotel downtown in Portland. And it says they'll have drag queens celebrating all the eras from the tour and also make a debut of the life of a showgirl. And they have an acoustic
Ooh.
set where maybe even you could perform a number yourself. So I'm
Oh,
just, having never seen the Eras tour, excited for a drag opportunity to.
you never even seen the movie? Any of the movies?
I didn't yet. I would watch them. I just haven't made time.
Oh, well,
I'll fix
so
it.
now we're gonna have to find a weekend where we can all three of us get together
Oh.
somehow and watch it. 'Cause Danielle and I made Chelsea watch it one time, and she didn't stay for the whole thing because it's like almost 4 hours long. But she stayed at least through All Too Well 10 minutes, and she was staring at us like we were psychos. So, good
Noted.
times. Love the Eras tour.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've only
You
I
heard
should
great
go.
things. I do want to go. It's also 4 hours long, so that's a lot of
Well,
drag, longer than a
yeah.
drag show
it's a
usually is, I feel
concert.
like.
Yeah, yeah, it flies, okay? If you want,
You have to
I
go.
I have glow bracelets that I bought for
Oh.
Annie. We watched it for her birthday one year, and I made her like a happy birthday giant bracelet, friendship bracelet.
Mm.
Um, so if you want, I can mail you some glow bracelets, and we can virtually spend 4 hours together watching this movie. I also put it on when I clean all the time, so would recommend that as well.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done that when we have like a deep clean of the main floor. We'll put on the Eras tour.
Got it.
Heck
Got it.
yeah.
Okay, I'll keep all of this in mind. Maybe I'll be inspired to after seeing some drag queens perform it.
Absolutely. That sounds amazing. Please do
It's going to be
that and
amazing.
send me so many snaps.
Can do.
And
Can do.
yeah, and give us a full rundown in the next episode
Yeah.
Done.
after you go. Perfect. Well, any other things that we are obsessed with that we absolutely have to talk about before we move into the next section of our day?
Nope.
Let's know. Wonderful. We are moving into the factory settings of our day where we talk about a specific personality trait. The quiz that we took for this week was found on the Very Well Mind website. The quiz itself was, what are my dominant personality traits? But when you read through the description, it's really debating nature versus nurture. So the quick like synopsis at the beginning is our personalities often have fixed elements, but they usually develop based on our environment. So again, nature versus nurture. What were you born with? And then what has your environment inspired? It was a relatively easy quiz, only 12 questions. And, again, just goes through those topic specific personality traits. Does anyone want to share the results that they got for us?
Do we know what all the
I'm getting all
results
blank stares.
do we know what all the results were? Like the options?
I don't. I can check and see if
I'm just curious, because I can
ChatGPT
go
knows.
first. I was surprised by mine, and not because I don't think it's true. I just wouldn't say it's like my dominant personality trait. So, mine were caring and empathetic, and it said, when you see a problem, you want to help. That's just how you're wired. Your friends come to you in times of need, knowing you'll have their back, and it energizes you to be of service to loved ones. You feel your feelings deeply and easily pick up on emotions of others. Your selflessness is is admirable as long as it doesn't come at the expense of your own self-care. And see, like, yes, I care about people, but I'm definitely selfish for myself and my own self-care. And also, I think I do have like a I want to fix things for other people, like default mode, but I would say it's probably more out of like control than
I have a.
being
That's
of service.
interesting.
But
I'm going to interject, Danielle.
like,
Well, I find that fascinating because I feel like listening to that, it did seem to resonate with a large portion of my mental image for you, and I wonder if the like part of you that feels like you're selfish for your own self-care is like tipped, like it's biased because you're so prone to be empathetic and
maybe.
care to other people that it feels selfish to like take care of yourself or take time to
Mm.
care of yourself, and that's really just like maturity that you're doing it. That's my
I don't know,
question
maybe, but I feel like I mostly
slash
do things
statement.
for me 100% of the times. So I appreciate that. That's a
You think so?
perception, though.
Well, I don't know.
Um,
I feel like you are more prone to be involved in, I mean, you're closer, but to like make family moments happen consistently and be there, and probably for your friends as well. I don't know. I feel like you show up.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with Austin. I do. And I mean, like, we've talked about this before on the podcast. Like, obviously, you're a leader at your company. You manage people and you're very empathetic towards your staff. Like, not in a way that you're like just giving them everything that they need um to do their like I don't know how to phrase that in a way, but like you're not just like giving away the farm basically. You're not doing their job for them, but you are empathetic to the things that are going on in their life. So you're not harder on somebody than you need to be. While standing firm in like this is your job and these are the expectations of it. Here's where I can be flexible. So I mean, I wouldn't call that like a shocking result at all
Okay, well, that's
for you.
nice. Thanks, guys. I just was like, I don't feel like I don't know, I don't feel like those are my dominant ones, I guess I would say. I don't think I'm on caring or on empathetic, but I also have to turn it off a lot because I'm like, yeah, I
Hmm.
can't deal with this. Like, I can't do anything about it, so I can't care
Yeah,
about
you
it.
got to do like the self-preservation.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like, I'm sorry your life is
But
falling
also
apart. I
that,
have nothing to
I mean,
do
in
that I
that
can
like
control.
nature, yeah, but in that like nature versus nurture debate, like in your nature, you are super empathetic, right? But
Fair.
nature like has taught you that you have to self-preserve in order to be successful. So, maybe when you were younger, you weren't as self-caring and were more prone to getting burnt out. So nature has taught you need to do X, Y, and Z to be successful. Or I have those flipped. Nature
Yeah.
is your empathetic
I knew what you
nurture.
meant.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So life has taught you certain things that maybe when you were younger and your natural personality came out, you needed to protect yourself a little bit.
That's fair. I'm excited to hear what you guys got.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by mine, so I'm going to go first. My results, you are outgoing and confident. You're the talkative type and don't mind being the center of attention. Others may wonder how you have the energy to live life to the fullest all the time, but being around your besties fills your cup more than anything else. Your confidence is a virtue and your sociable nature a source of envy, but it's critical to slow down when you're feeling burned out. Also, don't forget to make room for others in your life and practice self-reflection to make sure that confidence is never a hindrance. So definitely, again, not surprising. And I will say that like as I've aged, like I've learned things like if I'm not careful, I will burn myself out in a certain regard. Um, so yeah, I'm sure that I know the answer to this, but is anyone shocked by that
Nope.
result?
Nope. No surprise.
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it, and I took it a while ago, and I got the result, and I was like, I don't even need to attempt to retake this because it's not wrong. Um, yeah, but it was funny because like some of the questions were like, who would you be in a party? And it's like, I don't really actually need to be the center of attention. Um, I wouldn't say like I shy away from it and that like if I become the center of attention, I'm gonna go hide in a corner. But also I would rather be hanging out in a corner with all of my friends than like standing in front of everyone like singing karaoke. So um but if you look through like the description of like the quiz, like as they go on and talk more, they don't unfortunately define all of the personality results here. But it does say that like it doesn't encompass everything, and that like even though you may get a result that like you're an introvert, like that's not your full personality. Like obviously
Sure.
everything could be situational and things like that. So
Yeah. Look, I
um
agree. Those questions were interesting, and I had a pause on a few of them because it didn't feel
mhm.
like any of them quite captured for me. Like there was a question about like how you would describe your house or your like where you live, and I definitely struggled with that one. Seemed like a simple question, but it was like warm and cozy. No, built to host. Not necessarily. It's like I yeah, didn't necessarily see myself there, so I just chose one. And this was for
Mhm.
several questions, you know. Chose some that like
Just the
were
closest.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like more commonly true, even if I did like feel like it was wholly accurate, and yeah, so that was interesting.
Well, so based on that, what was your result, Austin? What
Well,
did you
my
get?
results were still probably very on point, despite that. So maybe the test worked.
So maybe a good question. Yeah, maybe good test.
So my results were you are organized and goal oriented.
Yeah.
Uh, People may say you're a bit controlling or perfectionist, but what they really mean is that you always seem to have your shit together, and they're kind of jealous about it. You live your life with clear intentions and like to have a plan for everything, which makes you easy to rely on. Your orderliness is a virtue, just as long as you don't let yourself get derailed by the inevitable chaos that seeps into your life every now and then. But if you have a plan for handling some messiness, and let's face it, you do, you'll have no problem keeping things on track. Any
Yeah,
surprises
so basically spot on. Yeah.
there? That was
No,
funny. I
no,
will
no
say though,
surprises there.
the word perfectionist does never resonate with me because I feel like there are a lot of things that I am happy to let go. On the other hand, I feel like maybe I just need to reflect on the word more because there's definitely been moments
Hmm.
where uh like at my one of my I don't know if it was a previous partner or I think it might have been a previous partner who noticed that anytime we were like sitting down to eat at like a table, like a coffee table, I would like start right angling all my like dishes, like like not even thinking about it. I'm just scoot 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 scoot. Ah, everything's in place now.
Yeah.
uh, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that you might just want to revisit the word a little bit because I would definitely describe you as a perfectionist. But to your point, like if you are willing to give something up, like I think as a perfectionist, it's because you've decided that it's not something that you're willing to put your time and effort in, knowing that you'll be comfortable with the result still. So
Mm-hmm.
I would still consider that a perfectionist because
That's probably true.
um, you're willing to offload things that don't necessarily
Bring value.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't have to control it. Which I used to tell people all the time, like I'm always right because even when I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong, which makes me right. So I think that like that same kind of logic applies here.
There's that
Like
confidence coming
in
through.
your perfectionism, like the result doesn't matter, so you've offloaded it and it's still perfect. So
That's fair. What were we gonna say, Danielle?
No, nothing.
Oh, no, got it. Sorry, I thought I heard you chime in. Well,
I
the
feel
other
like that's a lie. I feel like she was gonna say something and she changed her mind.
well, the other thing that stood out from my description that I thought was funny was that when it starts talking about, getting derailed by the inevitable chaos that seeps into my life every now and then, I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's the fact that I feel like I always have a plan or like a planned response for anything. I don't feel like oftentimes there's like external chaos coming into my life. I feel like I'm the most constant factor for chaos in my life. Namely,
You're your own source of chaos.
that's exactly right. I'm probably doing too much, and therefore it's, can get kind of crazy. But, all in the plan. All
But again, like
in
for argument's sake, as a
the
perfectionist, that you can be your own source of chaos. So like you know what levels of chaos you're comfortable with, and if you reach a level you're not comfortable with, you know how to get yourself out of it, or like
That's true.
level set. So from argument's sake, I think you're just kind of making your own point there.
Are you guys just thinking about how particular I have been about my hair in my life when you think about my perfectionism? Is that what you're thinking of?
I mean, it's not an example.
That's true.
Got it. Well, I think we're all just thoroughly
I mean,
diddled.
again, it takes you longer to get ready
Hey now, it
than it
depends
takes
on the
us.
day. Sometimes I
No.
wake up and my curls be curling, and some days my curls need to be told how to curl.
So I would just say in recent experience, that's not the case. However, we have not needed to all fully get ready together in the same home super recently. So maybe since the last time that happened, you have maybe gotten your shit more together and it doesn't take you quite as long to get ready. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt until the next time we all have to get ready together.
I have a feel
No.
I feel like some people who might be listening to this podcast are going to disagree with my assertion that I'm beyond that, but it's fine. It's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I mean, history proves one theory. However, again, there's no recent experience here, so I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt
Thank you.
on that. So, well, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this very well-mined personality. I think that other than the fact that we didn't get all of the personality types to like kind of parse through and decide if maybe we would have fit better in another category, though Austin and I think firmly agree we were placed in the right one. And Danielle, I know you're not 100% sold, but I really did like kind of their description on like why they created the quiz and adding those caveats of like, yeah, your quiz might give you X result, but really those could be situational or like that's not the full breadth of your personality. So I did really enjoy that. They have lots of other personality quizzes on there, so we might revisit them at some point to try and take another one. But yeah, I think overall it was a much better researched quiz than I've provided to you guys in a while. So
Huzzah.
that
job.
is a win. Woohoo! Wonderful. I just am now realizing that I told you all I would be providing an out-of-pocket question, and I absolutely did not do that.
I can
So
think of one. It's not that out of pocket, but it's a question.
Okay, what's your question, Danielle? What's your
When
out-of-pocket question for the
when you
segment
get dressed,
that
do you
I
put your
forgot to plan
pants or
for?
your socks on first?
Pants. My socks are the last thing I put on before I put my shoes on. Who puts their socks on first?
Questions.
I was like, well,
So you're
Austin hasn't
getting ready.
answered yet, so
I'm guessing it's him.
So Haley, you're getting ready, and you're pantsless, you're sockless, you're walking around. Are there other things? There might be other things that you put on before those pants, but eventually you're putting on pants, and you're still just walking around. Your feet's just picking up whatever's on your floor, sockless.
Okay, but like, let's remember, I have dogs.
Yeah.
So if I put socks on and I'm walking around my house in only socks, actually my socks are going to pick up more than bare feet would.
Well,
So,
but then but your feet.
so you put your
also,
you put your socks
my
on
biggest
first, don't
caveat
you?
of this is that
We're not done with Haley yet. Let's keep our focus.
my biggest caveat of this is that I wear slippers. I have hard-soled slippers that I wear in my house all the time. So
Okay, that's acceptable.
while I would go barefoot through my house, I do wear slippers.
Okay.
Also, I'm a trash panda, so if I had to go barefoot, it really wouldn't bother me.
Mhm.
And I would like my socks to be clean when I stick them in my shoes. So,
Yeah, slippers kind of confuse me.
Austin,
I'm not really sure where to have them on or off in a house. I've had them in the past. But to answer your question,
I'm sorry.
let's keep moving.
Slippers confuse you?
Yeah, they're just like function. I mean, you've replaced the socks at this point, I guess. But we're not gonna dwell there. Let's circle
I
back to
think
this.
that I'm stuck there for a moment. But
I'm
in the
dwelling.
meantime, I understand how slippers confuse
Well,
you.
they're just like, what? Well, here's the thing. I put on my socks first. Why would I need
Yeah.
slippers?
A monster.
You also have I don't. Okay, but you don't have any animals in your home that
That's
leave
true.
dog hair
It doesn't
everywhere.
matter. If you had no animals in your home, when you were at your parents' house, did you put your pants or your socks on
Mhm.
first, Haley? Your pants, because you're normal.
Whoa, Judgy McJudgerson.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I would say my pants and then my socks. Yeah, because I don't sleep in socks, so it's not like I'm waking up with
Ah,
socks on and then I have to
horrible,
put pants on.
horrible.
Yeah,
My
like
socks are
no.
already on. Nope, those socks staying on.
You sleep in
Yep,
socks?
socks staying on.
What is wrong with
I'm gonna get
you?
cold. You gonna freeze to death? That is the problem.
I'm learning so
Put
much.
another blanket on.
No, I sleep so poorly with my socks off. I get cold, you know? Not good.
I literally take my socks off and like if I fall asleep with socks on, I will take them off in my
Oh,
sleep and then have
horrible.
to like dig around in my sheets for them.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Let your dogs breathe, man.
Yeah, your poor feet.
No,
Let them see
no,
the
they're being
sunshine.
comforted by the cushiony socks. No. Mm-mm, not good.
Oh
Not
my
good.
God. Well, I think that we know what Danielle's answer
Yeah.
is, but
Yeah,
She
no, you
puts
put
one
your
Danielle.
sock
pants
on and one pant.
and then
and
your
one
socks.
pant? One pant? How many
Leg.
pants are you wearing?
Could I be wearing any more clothes? No.
Thank you, Chandler.
No, yeah, this is
That was Joey, not Chandler.
he was imitating Chandler.
Nice try.
Give it to him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nice try though.
But yeah, so that's crazy, but I'm glad we learned that about each other.
I'm not. I'm scarred. That sounds like you're walking around with cold, hairy feet. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, they're
First
great.
of all, if your feet are hairy, shave them. Like it's not like it's a
Oh,
No, cold
guys.
difficult concept.
dog, cat, hairy feet.
also,
That's what I've heard.
Wear slippers and your feet will be warm. I don't understand.
I'm gonna go on a tangent. You just talked about hairy
Okay,
feet,
can't wait.
and I texted Molly, Rachel, and Haley the other day that I send our cousin Brian the most unhinged TikToks. Like, it's my favorite thing if I'm like, this is upsetting and weird. Brian, obviously. And there was a video, and I'm pretty sure I sent it to him, and it is someone putting their foot out the window, and then their toe hairs are blowing in the wind, and that's what that made me think of, and I just wanted to share that with all.
Okay, so first of all, I just have to say I'm so glad that you created that TikTok group chat and you put me in it because I am loving Lita Beta Boda.
Yeah.
Also, I saw that TikTok and I almost sent it to you and then I didn't because I didn't want you to be offended because I know your brother makes fun of you
Yes.
for having hairy toes.
I shave them, okay?
But I did almost send it to you.
Yes.
This is just
They're
one of
not
the
super
better
hairy.
out-of-pocket
They're
questions we've had,
normal.
so
They're
10 out of 10.
They're normal level of hair. He just calls me gorilla feet because he's a
They're
dick.
not.
Mm-hmm.
They're not absurdly hairy. It's
Yeah.
just like a human foot.
That tracks for Scott.
Yeah, he's a dick. But I did.
Yeah, they're not the level of hairy of that particular
No.
toe that was out the
They
window.
were not. That was
For
like a
show.
good 2
That was like
inches of hair
6-inch
blowing
hair.
in the wind. It was good. And then I said, "Hey,
You know-
hey,
Great.
Brian."
You know,
Feels like you need this.
you know, I feel like this just showcases the difference between a sock first people and a sock never people. I'm not ever dwelling on my feet. You guys, socks off,
Oh.
dwelling on your feet. Very
Yeah,
different.
they're pedicured,
Your
they're
poor
shaved,
feet.
they're exfoliated. I treat them lovely. And I wear
Hmm.
socks.
I don't do any of those things.
I wear socks, but
I
if
don't
I
Yeah,
want
I
to
know.
put
wear socks. I have socks on my feet right
It's
now.
all in
same, if I'm
doubt.
gonna
It's all
put
in
them on,
doubt.
it's gonna be
I will show
after
you
my
my
pants.
socket foot.
Mhm.
I would show you my socket foot, but this is not Feet
This,
Finder, all
yeah,
right?
I was gonna
I'm not
say,
giving that away for
That's
you
free.
gotta
true.
pay for
That's
that.
true.
That's right.
Anyway, glad we talked about this. I love that there was a sock first person, because what a discussion.
Yeah, also, Austin, I'm gonna need you to figure out what the fuck a slipper is because it's
I don't need one.
outrageous.
I don't need one. No, it's very perplexing. Talk about a useless artifact of the 1900s.
I live in my
No, like
slippers.
literally, I go through a pair of slippers a year
Oh my
minimum.
God,
Easy.
you're running around your house,
Easy.
just wearing down
Yeah.
your traction. Do you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Do you wear out your heel or your sole first?
Oh,
That's
my
my
soul.
I
question.
think probably like under the ball of my foot. Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of you lose your soles first. Got it.
Actually, well, I never had one to begin with, so that made that easy. But
Got it.
honestly, it's like the seam around my toes. That's where I start to
Oh.
lose stuff first.
Wait,
Like my
what?
little
The
toe will pop out.
in-betweenies? The in-betweenies to your
No, no, no,
toesies?
no. Like the seam, like of the shoe, like of the slipper. I'm like, can you see?
Oh, I
Is this
see.
it?
I see.
Right here?
Really?
Like right where my toe like butts against it.
Your toes are
Do you
just trying
have
to burst
Neverman
out 'cause you
toes, so
hate
they're
wearing
like
socks.
fingers?
I do not have man toes. I have
No.
lovely feet. And
No.
actually, multiple times when I've gotten pedicures, the people are like, can I take pictures of your feet? And I'm like, no, you're not getting
Oh my
that for free. You're
God.
not putting that on your foot finder. Absolutely not.
That is something I
0
didn't
out of
know
10.
about you.
I have lovely feet.
No, I've seen your feet. I just didn't know people have asked you to take pictures of your feet while getting pedicures. That's
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
Actually, at Chelsea's bachelorette party, or not bachelorette,
I
at
was
Chelsea's
there.
bridal shower when we were all getting our, yeah, the lady was like, you have really pretty feet. Can I take a picture? And I said, no,
That's
you
hilarious.
cannot. I know what you're going to do with those pictures. Absolutely not. These are my feet. I'm the only one making money off of them. Also, if anyone knows how to make money on Feet Finder,
You have to
drop a girl a line.
I've looked into it. It's a lot of work. I don't know if it's worth it.
I know. That's what I've heard. But on the off chance it's not, drop a girl a line. I have really pretty feet.
You know the other problem about slippers? Slippers don't really have good traction. I feel like they fall off so
Well,
easily.
you gotta get hard
They're
soles.
not,
Do you know
no,
how
I
to
mean like the
walk?
grip. They're not very functional. Like if I want to like suddenly do a twirl, I'm gonna
I
die.
want to take a poll about
Not good.
slippers now.
Okay, well, but also if I'm doing a twirl on a hard floor in socks, I'm also gonna die. So
No,
like
no,
what?
no. Well, you might, but I wouldn't. I would. My twirl would be
I
flawless.
definitely would.
In a slipper,
I
yeah,
definitely
I'm
would.
just gonna just twist my ankle.
You know, I'm not twirling
even walk
around
down
my
my
house anyway. I'm just like walking. So
Maybe that's the fundamental difference.
those are the differences.
I
I
have
think
wood
slippers
floors.
weren't made for
I'm
you. You
being-
need
You need to be able to twirl.
Yes,
you need
immediately.
isotoners. I found the answer.
Isotoners. What are those?
Yeah. They're like little slip-on ballet flat slippers.
Oh. So if I
There's-
was wearing
that
those
doesn't
around my
mean-
house instead of just socks, you would
You'd
all
be
be okay
fine.
with that.
Yeah. I had isotoners. I wore them to
Noted.
prom.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Delightful. All right. Well, before we devolve any further into feetfinder.com, let's move into the final segment of our day. Are we ready for Taylor? This episode of I forgot what I was going to say. This episode of Relatively Chaotic, the song that we are discussing is from Tortured Poets Department. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Austin, the question from last week was, have you ever heard this song before?
Oh, it's
What's
good.
the answer?
I was about real worried I had other homework. The answer is yes. And surprisingly, despite it being a slower song, I actually like this one. And we'll listen to it.
It's the actually for me.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
What's your
It's
It's the
the
actual. Okay,
actually.
what were your initial thoughts and feelings about the song, and then what's your favorite lyric?
I just like the mood that it captures. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like sassy. I feel like there's a better word for it that I'm not coming up with, but
Mm-hmm.
it often reminds me of Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, but it has nothing to do
Mm-hmm.
with the content of the song. Um, but Who's Afraid of
Good
Little
point.
Me? Thank you. Uh, and I was reading through the lyrics because, as you all know, I don't often listen to the lyrics. I'm listening to the beat or the mood or the vibe, and I didn't actually realize what this was about. And which I feel like one of you could do a better summary of this, so I'll wait for one of you to give the lowdown on the story of the song. But I feel like the hook really is the "Who's Afraid of Little Me," which is my favorite lyric part of the
Mm-hmm.
song. It's what draws me in every
Mm-hmm.
time, and my favorite part to sing. So good, sitting there.
Yeah, I love this song. Danielle, thoughts on Who's Afraid of Little of Me, and what's your favorite lyric?
I love the whole album of Tortured Poets Department. And I love this song. And I remember the first time I heard it and I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, it's like a power anthem, right? It like channels female rage for me, and I love that. But
Power
my
Mm-hmm.
anthem, yes.
yeah. I was like, my favorite lyrics are you caged me and then called me crazy. I am what I am because you trained me. Love it.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that whole, like you said, it's a power anthem. It's literally female rage in a song. When she released this song and then debuted it on the Eras tour, like this section of the Eras tour, like was blowing up everywhere. Like you could create an entire musical around, well, one, this album, but like specifically, like the peak of that would be this song. And there's lots of little sections in this song that really go back to the lyrics that you called out, Danielle. So, like, my favorite lyrics are "You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me." Like, uh, everything about this song is just going back to like you made me like this, and now basically like watch the fuck out because I am going to burn it down, and I love it. I'm with you, Danielle. The first time I heard this song, like it was on repeat forever. Like I didn't even make it past the song for a while because I'm like I just have to listen to it over and over and over again. Um it's a banger to sing along to. It's very cathartic. Tons of great lyrics in this song.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, Danielle, honestly, you just nailed it. Like, it's a power anthem about feminine rage. Like, love it.
If you guys ever want my female rage playlist, 10 out of 10 stars, this is on it. I'll go ahead and send that over. It's a good time. But I love a good like
Yeah.
scream, sing, channel, like all of that built up.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it captures so
Do you?
much of like women are put in a box, and not just women, I guess like minorities, like groups of people are put in a box, forced to behave a certain way. They do
Mm-hmm.
what they tell you, and then that's a weakness of theirs. And I feel like it's because you're conforming
Mm-hmm.
to do what you're saying you must, but then when you do it, you're crazy and you're bad and you're just like everybody else and you're not special. And it's like I can't fucking win is really I feel like the theme. And I
Mm-hmm.
ugh, makes you so mad. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I don't love the
Well,
injustice. I love the
question.
song. Let's be clear.
So a number of Taylor's songs can often be like allegedly attributed to some of her past relationships, right? Like specific guys or specific
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
situations, even depending on what the song is, I guess. But do you either of you know? I feel like in some ways she's kind of like broadened uh,
Mm-hmm.
to like experiences that a lot of people have shared, in terms of like feminine rage or so something that's more broadly experienced. But do you know if the song is pertaining to anything particular in Taylor's life, or is it more of a shared experience? situation?
So my interpretation is just kind of how like the media treats her, how people who aren't her fans, but
Hmm.
like fair weather treat her. Because if you
The
look at,
industry.
yes, like if you look at the lyrics, um, it's
Hmm.
very much like, let's see. Put narcotics in all my songs, but that's why you're still singing along. So people won't like her, but they can like her music and they have to separate her from that. Or like they say she's a witch, like that's a whole thing. So like leap from the gallows, levitate down your street, like just they make her into a circus. And then when she contradicts or fights back or does anything, any narrative she tries to put on the
They
narrative
get
that
mad at
social
her.
media is like you're a fucking it's a lose-lose. So I think that's just like I think Who's Afraid of Little Old Me because
Hmm.
she keeps coming out on top even though people try to tear her down, and a lot of that is the industry, a lot of that is the press, like the whole
Hmm.
Reputation era, which is not this, but I feel like this kind of is a nod to the Reputation era in my
Hmm.
mind, like Tortured Poets is. Um,
Hmm.
but I feel like it's very much
That's a good
like
point.
people trying to beat her down, people trying to hurt her, and she keeps coming out on top. And she's learned things about herself. She's grown teeth. She's been scrappy. She'll stick up for herself because I feel like she started in the industry so young, right? And she kind of did what people told her to do.
Hmm.
It fucked her over. She lost her rights to her music. She's been dragged through the mud. She's come out scrappier. She's reinvented herself. She's reinvented music. People try to copy her and it's cool if they do it, but fuck her for doing it. Um, and she's always like the bad
Well,
guy.
yeah, and I mean, there's lyrics, I think that uh there's lyrics that like allude to like, so we've talked about this in a previous episode where like she sued somebody for sexual harassment for $1.
Yep.
There's lyrics in here that the like rumors basically that I'll sue you if you step on my lawn, that I'm fearsome and I'm wretched and I'm wrong. But really, like Danielle said, like it's just her trying to live her life, and the media or the industry like holding it against her. Like, how dare you? Like, men have been sexually assaulting women for years. Just get over it. Like, that was not the point. Like, the point was, she sued him for $1 because she was trying to make a point that just because you've been getting away with it doesn't mean that you should be. Like, I'm standing up for myself and women everywhere. And like, there's other things that, that she's done in contracts that she's negotiated or like lines that she's held. When you're new to the industry, the record label fronts you all this money and you have to pay them back everything before you ever see a dime, which makes it very difficult for you to earn money and make a living. So in agreements that she's made, she changes that. She's like, no, like we'll pay you back incrementally over time, but you still have to pay me a living wage. Like I still get to take some of that money back. And because she set that precedent, artists coming through, down the line, they are benefiting from that because she demanded these things. But because she did that, she's sometimes seen as difficult to work with, or just a lot of other, things that the industry that she's really pushed for that I think you can really see in the lyrics of the song is like she, as Danielle mentioned, she's trying to stand up for herself, and people don't always take that well.
Huh. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I knew one of you would have the lowdown, and you both do.
Sorry,
So
just
thanks for
unleashing
the.
the female
Yeah.
rage. I'm like getting worked up, being like, yeah, because she asked for things that are just basic, like standards to be a human being and earn a wage in any other job. But
Mhm.
because it's an industry and it's glamorized, and yes, obviously with her job comes a
Mhm.
lot of privilege. She's literally a fucking billionaire. She has power, but like she didn't start that way, and she is using the power that she has, in my opinion, to do good things. And I feel like usually she doesn't even like go out and seek like the PR or the notoriety for it. It's just something she does and other people bring it up, which also speaks for itself. And then yeah, I was tame, I was
Hmm.
gentle till the circus life made me mean. Like people at a certain point you can get shit on for so long and then you're going to snap back. And I think that is just natural and I love it. So I love this song, guys. Couldn't you tell?
Hmm.
I agree. I
Yes.
love it too. I really need to get into the rest of Tortured Poets Department, but
Please.
like there are so many songs that I get stuck on because they're so good.
There's
I have a hard time moving on. But as I mentioned in the last episode, my original plan when I'm wrapping these things up was to add in jokes to honor cousin Jason, who famously loved to tell jokes. So I've got a lovely joke I'm happy to share with you all. To shout out cousin Jason. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
Ooh, ooh, shoes,
this
ninjas,
feels very much like a Jason joke.
hide shoes,
Mm-hmm.
hide bay shoes, because they hide.
I'm gonna say probably not.
That's not it. Danielle, do you have an answer? If you
No,
don't, obviously I do.
I don't.
Hold on, let me think about this for 2 more seconds. Crocs have nothing to do with this. Does it have to do with Crocs?
No, it has nothing to do with the
Yeah.
Crocs.
Is it multilingual? If I said zapatos, would that
No.
matter? All right, got it.
Because ninjas are famously Spanish.
I'm just wondering.
Wow, you guys are thinking about this a lot. It's sneakers because they're
Oh,
sneaky.
Oh, that's good. All right, well played.
Wonderful. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up really quick with expectations for next week's episode 12. The factory setting we're going to be going over it next week is defense style. Already put a quiz in our little shared folder for y'all. And then the song that we're going to be discussing together would be from Taylor's debut album, Tied Together with a Smile, a personal favorite of mine. So I'm super excited about that. Austin, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think this is a song that you would typically enjoy. But again, I absolutely love it. So I'm excited to dive into that. Any other final thoughts, feelings, or general wonderingments before we wrap it up for the day?
literally watch your backs because it is everyone's hurting their back, so don't do that. Austin, be careful.
Oh, yeah, watch your back. Yeah.
You're the only
Like,
big
are you
standing.
threatening me?
No,
that
like
feminine
Jean and
rage?
Haley,
Yes, I am.
both
Listen.
had injuries, so watch yourself. Be careful. Be good out
Yeah.
there.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, can't wait till next time. We will catch y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.